Hi, so this video will be all about casting on my summer knitting, some sewing, and surviving a heat wave. So I have at least one knitting project I want to cast on, and at least one sewing project I want to do. I want to talk about the first project, which is the Fortuna top by Veronika Lindberg or Kuto Vakika. Yesterday I already did a gauge swatch since I didn't have yarn in the correct gauge and I wanted to see if I could hit gauge. I didn't, so I'm gonna knit a size larger and I think that will be fine. I'm not the best at maths, but I hope I did it correctly this time. Here's my gauge swatch. I don't have enough of the white yarn since I want it to be the main one. I do have 2 skeins of the green yarn and I thought I could add in a stripe. I only tested out a couple of rows down here, but it's gonna be striped all over. I hope you can tell, this is the sketch I drew to visualize how I want it to look like, and the edge is crocheted at the top, so I'm gonna add the green accent color there as well. With the ribbing at the bottom, I was thinking if I have enough white yarn, I will do like vertical stripes with the white yarn, and if I don't have enough yarn, it'll be just the green yarn. Oh yeah, and I want to add a green row in every 5th row. And yeah, that's everything I had planned out so far. It's also already super hot right now. It's gonna be 38 degrees Celsius today. Tomorrow there will be 40 degrees Celsius. So even though the weather is really nice, I probably only will go outside in the evening. I'm just trying to survive this heat wave with some knitting. So first I'm unraveling my gauge swatch since I need all the yarn that I can get. I mean, it's not a disaster if I have to rebuy yarn. I think this cotton yarn is still being sold. It's from Sustrene Grene. Okay, here we go. Alright, yay! It's unraveled now. Okay, I made a mess. We can start knitting now. I've got the book here. I really love working from books because I like having the patterns physically. Most of my patterns are PDF files. You know, I always have to look at my phone or my laptop. I really like the change of looking at a book. I decided before I continue, I should eat some breakfast, which is muesli with, I don't know the English word for it, but in German it is Stachelbeere, which is something like prickly berries. The berries were very delicious and I really enjoyed them, especially on this hot day. But I'm hoping to go swimming in the evening. I think that would be really nice. I hope the top won't be super see-through since I'm using fingering weight yarn instead of sport weight. And I'm also thinking about where I should start with the green stripe. I do want to start at the shoulders, but I don't think at the very top. I'll probably start after 10 rows or something. Maybe even start in the 20th row. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tara. I am on a journey to make myself the most perfect wardrobe by sewing, knitting, upcycling clothes that I've thrifted, and also mending my clothes. And I also really love clothing stats and thinking about how to use my closet in the best possible way. So if you're interested in my journey, I would love for you to tag along. So I'm 17 rows in and I just added in the first green row. So this is the back shoulder. Later I'll do the front. I didn't mention it earlier, but this is the first time I actually ever did a real gauge swatch. Before I would just, you know, cast on a couple of stitches and then measure. But this time I actually gauge swatched and even blocked my gauge swatch, which is insane. I hope it's fine because I didn't steam my yarn before knitting with it, but I feel like it's fine because this is also yarn that I've already knit with and unraveled before. So now I'm knitting with it for a third time. I'm almost done with the front shoulder panel. I think it's looking pretty nice. I kind of messed up the increases, but since this is the back shoulder panel, I don't mind. But for the front, I'm gonna be more careful to do the correct increases. Like especially here and here, you can see with the stripe, I did the wrong increase, but it's okay. I also have a lot of, oh my god, weaving ends to do once I'm done, but for now, we don't worry about that. I'm gonna take a break and make myself some lunch, and then after I can start on the front shoulder panel. I just went outside while making my lunch, and it is literally like stepping into an oven. It is so hot, and I didn't realize because I've been inside since this morning. So yeah, I'm glad that my apartment doesn't get hot because otherwise I don't know what I would do. But anyways, I finished the back shoulder panel, so I'm gonna have to put these stitches on hold now, so I can then pick up stitches right along here, along this edge, and start with the front panel. I think you can already see what it's gonna look like later on. I think it's gonna be very cute. I really like the way this looks. In the evening, I did go swimming, and thank God it was cloudy because it was still very, very hot, and if the sun would have been still out, I think it would have been hell. But it was very refreshing, even though the lake was very warm from the heat we've had the past week. And today, the heat is unbearable outside and in my apartment. Yeah, but I'm gonna show you how far I got with the shoulders yesterday. I don't think I gave an update. Okay, so here's how far I got. This is the back, and this is the front. I'm the row before I first start increasing, or I think 2 rows before. Today I'm gonna put this aside and I'm gonna do some sewing. I have 2 things that I want to make. I don't know if I can get to both, but the first thing I want to make is the Morning Glory top. Another one I want to make is, I forgot what it's called, but it's a free, both patterns are free patterns and paperless patterns, which is amazing because I don't have a printer. So the other pattern I want to try out is this DIY daisy one. I'm just gonna put a picture up because I don't remember what it's called. And I have a couple of linen pillowcases that I want to use. And I also ordered a polka dot fabric off of Vinted recently, and I'm just waiting for that to arrive. And I ordered that for the DIY daisy top, but I do want to try out the pattern today with a linen pillowcase. But yeah, I'm gonna start with the Morning Glory top. Okay, so I realized I don't have enough fabric for the Morning Glory top. Well, I do, but I would have to switch colors in between, and I don't think it would look great with that top. So I'm just gonna do the DIY daisy one. I'm gonna use this pillowcase as my main fabric because I have to cut out 2 squares. Then I just need to do straps, and I thought if I don't have enough of this color for the straps, then I'm gonna use this like rose pink one. because I think they look very cute together. The top is perfect for this weather right now, for the 40 degrees Celsius weather, which is just too much for me to handle right now. I'm gonna go ahead and iron the pillowcase, cut it out, and separate it out so I can have it flat. Then I'm gonna cut out the individual pieces. Alright, so I'm ready to sew now. I cut out the two squares that I need, and I cut out the 3 straps. Well, actually I cut out 6 straps because I didn't, so I need the straps to be 1 meter long, and there wasn't enough fabric where I could cut. So these are 81 centimeters, and then I have 3 smaller ones which are 36 centimeters. I know this doesn't equal to 100, but the pattern also says if you want longer straps, you can make longer straps. I can also shorten them if I feel like they are too long. So I'm gonna go with that for now, and yeah, we can start sewing. Hi, I want to give an update because I just sewed the first strap and I'm having a headache. I'm just really annoyed right now because the stupid tube turning method, I hate it. It's the first time I did it and I absolutely hate it. My fabric has ripped in several places. I don't know, I feel really discouraged. And another factor that just isn't on my side right now is the weather. It's so hot in this apartment. I feel very overwhelmed. I don't think that I'm gonna be able to sew this top today because I'm just really frustrated, sweating. I have a headache and I think I need to postpone this. And I'm gonna do bias tape. I'm never ever gonna do the stupid tube thing again. You might see an update from me another time when I finish this. It's not gonna be today. It's a lot cooler today, and after the concert yesterday, I didn't do anything, but I did finish the bias tape straps beforehand, and I was just thinking, like, why would I ever choose this, like the tube, and not do the bias tape? I don't know, I feel like, I mean, it's not a fair comparison because this is not ironed, but still, this is 4 layers of fabric. This feels way sturdier than 2 layers of fabric, and it's not even that much wider. Maybe if I ironed it, it would be a little wider, but not that much that I don't know. I think I would always choose the bias tape version, especially if it's a top where the straps hold up the structure of the top. But now I can finally do the next step, which is, I think, I haven't checked yet, but I'm guessing to attach the straps to my 2 squares. Also, by cooler, I mean it is still 28 degrees, which is still a lot, but less than the 38 degrees we had yesterday. I feel like it's quite a jump though, like 10 degrees in a span of a few hours. I think that's a lot. But yeah, I'm not complaining. I quite enjoyed that it's cooled down. I could finally open the windows and let in fresh air, because usually I would like wake up at 6 and then open the windows when it was already 26 degrees and it was not cool. But today at 7 I was like, I could finally breathe. Let's continue with the project. Alright, everything is sewed. It's, by the way, super dark outside. Very cloudy, so don't mind my lighting. But it's all sewed up, so all that's left to do is to turn it around, and I thought we could do it together. Okay, I have to find the opening. I hope I haven't sewed any straps, but I pinned them all. Kinda looks like a pillowcase. I feel like it has to be ironed before I can really wear it. I will take out all the pins for the straps. Alrighty. Okay, everything looks kind of as it's supposed to. So maybe it's supposed to be worn something like this. I don't know. But I will iron this now and do a proper try on. Yep. This is the end result. I kind of like it, but also I feel like the fit is a bit fiddly because you have to mess with the straps a lot, and I don't think I have found the correct way to tie the straps. But yeah, it was a fun project, and I think I will wear this throughout the day today just to see, you know, how it fits. I still have to sew this shut, but I will do this later. I haven't continued at all with my sewing project, but I will over the next few weeks. I'm really excited for this. I will probably give you an update sometime in the future. If you'd like to see that, stick around. Yeah, thank you for watching. I felt like this was very fun. We did some knitting, some sewing, and survived a heat wave together, which, like, thank you for joining me. Yeah. Bye.